Hello, everybody. Welcome back to 922. If you're watching this day of release, then Merry Christmas Eve. Hope you're done with your Christmas shopping. If not, good luck, I guess. Godspeed. Let's get into it. I bite down extra hard on the end of my pen. I wish it would explode. I would jump up, spitting out ink all over the place, make a scene. And that would surely distract me. Keep me from thinking about the damn backpack all day. Police were on campus this morning. I watched them stop students at random. People who wore hoodies. People who were, tall. I've been giving them a wide berth, but with all the rumors flying around about me, I expect them to start asking about short, sleepy idiots any day now as well. How do we find a tangent to a curve, Spencer? You've done it just a couple of questions ago. Are you still with me? Yeah, give me a moment to think. At what point does the tangent line to such and such curve at so and so point intersect the y-axis? And that's what the whiteboard says in Andrew's handwriting, in all caps. So far, I've confirmed that so and so point really does exist on such and such curve. Which means that Andrew isn't fucking with me for a change. Probably. I think. How can everyone be so cool with it? Kurt was, and Ian was, and now Andrew is as well. Actually, I don't know how much trust to put into what Kurt said, that Andrew was helping him out. If he did, though, man, serial killers have got nothing on Andrew's poker face. Hang on just a little longer. Our time is almost up. Faculty could have really made my life easier here. Spent the past couple of days trying to find tutors on the faculty website. Even called useless-ass tech support. When I finally enter all the right words and select the right combination of checkboxes, what do I find? The group of available calc tutors consists of only one person, and that person just so happens to have recently flashed me their dick. Would you like to share your thought process with me again, Spencer? I realize it feels silly, but I find that voicing it out really helps. Maybe I could still find someone else. Ask my academic advisor. Andrew will probably hear about it, but at this point it's a bit too late to start taking his feelings into account. Or do you want to stop for the day? That's fine too. Yeah. I mean, please. It only takes me a second to toss my textbook and stationery into my bag, so I'm forced to watch awkwardly as Andrew cleans up the room. He's spritzing at the whiteboard with a little bottle of cleaner and wiping it off with a towel. Don't think he's making any progress. The thing was already right near pristine. So, how fucked am I? He half turns his head back at me to speak. Well, it shows that you've missed quite a lot of material. We've made good progress today, though, despite what I think you must feel. Yeah? Yes. You have a good head on your shoulders, Spencer, I can tell. Shucks. I bet you say that to all the ladies. I do, but in your case, it's sincere. Was that a joke? Truth be told, by coming here, you've already put yourself ahead of the curve. In what way? Calculus is tough. It's rare when a student does not have trouble with it. We do try to get the message across that one should reach out to us when struggling, but you'd be surprised at how few students actually do. It's not cheap. That's true, but I wonder if that's really the crux of the matter. Remember that most freshmen enroll straight out of high school. Were you to ask me, I'd say most of them don't yet understand that it's up to them to seek help. I certainly did not at that age. Tell me, Spencer, do any of your other classes trouble you as much as calculus does? No. Thanks, I'm all good. Alright. How do I phrase this? We've started on the wrong foot. I understand that, and I'm sorry. I truly am. But could you please at least try to cooperate? Despite whatever we had between us, it is still my duty to counsel students. And not to toot my own horn, I think I do a fairly good job. Is there anything you need help with, Spencer? Academically, I mean. What's the point of this? The only thing I need right now is to go home. And he's only asking this because he probably read my records and knows that all my grades are shit. Do you know what's up with Ian? That's not for me to... Actually, what do you mean? Not quite the reaction I was going for, but I'll mark the diversion down as a success. Ian's been gone all week. I called him, and he's saying he isn't sick. And I couldn't get him to say what he was skipping class for. You're his, what was it that Ian called him? Family friend? And I don't even mean to pry if it's anything too private, but... What? Nothing. I'm just happy to see you care about Ian so much. He's like a brother to me, you know? Huh. It's not anything too private, to my knowledge, no. Ian never tried to hide it. Did you ever wonder why Ian can't move his tail? You did notice that, right? With all the tail wagging you do? Never looked at it too closely. I wag my tail the socially acceptable amount. I think different tone. I wag my tail the socially acceptable amount. Ian had been involved in a traffic accident a few years ago. His back got hurt and his tail was left paralyzed, partially. During the run last week, he had overworked himself and had to take a few sessions of physiotherapy as a result. I visited at home just a couple days ago. It looks like he's doing well. Oh. That's good to hear. It doesn't explain why he wouldn't tell me, but... I stopped myself a little too late. Spencer. My back stiffens up. He's like a hawk looking down on a hare. During the run, have you noticed Ian acting somewhat tense around you? No. No way. What do you mean? Didn't he seem a bit nervous to you? I think that the only person who wasn't nervous was you. You big weirdo. No offense. Is he implying Ian wouldn't tell me about his spine injury because... What? We aren't doing this. Ah, so you could tell. Tell what? Could you do me a big favor? I would personally appreciate it if you had a short talk with him. You know, to clear things up. You do it. Pardon? You said he's like a brother to you, right? Then you do it. That's... I mean, I can't. Why not? Because I'm not... Not what? You know. I don't. He's bluffing. I have no idea why he'd be asking me to have a talk with Ian, but there's no way he knows I suck dick. Oh, thank God. Just a minute. It's 7:05. This must be whoever's using the classroom next. I know it's a bit awkward, Spencer, so I won't press the issue any further. However, please do consider what would happen if you leave this little issue unresolved. Just as Andrew is about to open the door, the handle turns and Professor Reed's head pokes in. He looks past Andrew. His eyes narrow when they settle on me. Evening, Mr. Swain. Good evening, Professor. Park. Reed doesn't try to hide that he's standing between me and the exit. Hello. Sociology is the one class for which I never regret taking the back row. Reed lectures by mumbling what's written in the textbook onto the board. He doesn't take attendance, never addresses the students. Ask a question and he'd make sure you regret it for the rest of the class. He stares me down as if this is the first time he's seen me since the day of the murder. Wouldn't be surprised if it is. How can we help you today, Professor? Professor? Quiet, Park. I'm trying to think. This is stupid. A toddler would be able to see through Reed's little scare tactics. My heart picks up pace nonetheless. Find any more corpses lying around? Spencer, Jesus, Park. Reed wets his lips before speaking. Do you remember Mr. Nelson Fisher? The speaker that went missing the day of the murder. And what about him? I was asked to arrange an introduction between the two of you. Terrible idea were you to ask me, but I'm not the one calling the shots. His gaze drops for a second as he adjusts the cuff of his sleeve. Don't be too lippy with him. He's not affiliated with the Institute in any shape or form. None of us would be able to help you if you get on his bad side. That's all. Need a special invitation, Park? Hang on. Now? Huh? Suddenly, I'm drowning. Spencer Swain, I presume. Of course you are. The resemblance is uncanny. You look just like that David kid. Give it here. My hand is in his hand. Pleasure's all mine. Now, Spencer. Can I call you Spencer? Is that alright? Yeah. Not much of a talker, are you? As I was saying, I wanted to take a couple of minutes out of your day to chat about David Johnson. I know. You just want to forget all about it. I'm right there with you. And believe me when I say it, the feds finally left me alone only last week. That fine with you? You good to talk? Yes. Great. Now, I don't know if you've been following the case, so let's both get up to speed, shall we? David Johnson gets his neck wrung out. Some hack journalist gets bribed by an unknown to misreport it on the news. The local chief deputy conducts investigation in secret, and after that, the county gets involved. I'm with the county, so things get a bit personal when they start pointing their fingers at me. So far, so good? Yes. Now, Spencer, this is where it gets a little ugly, so I need you to pay attention. A little birdie told me you've been doing some nosing around on your own. You, Kurt Abrams, and Andrew Park. You know those two, right? Sometimes boys your age get ideas about how things should work. I get it. Everyone wants to be the hero. I'd know. But let me be level with you. This isn't about you, or about justice, or whatever else reason you might think you might have. It's some kid who found himself at the wrong place at the wrong time, and some lowlife that happens to know how to hide real well. I've taken over the investigation over on the county side, see? And the last thing I need is a bunch of college students running around between my legs. Got it, Spencer? I hope I made myself clear. What the fuck is going on? Every bone in my body, every piece of meat or skin or guts, they're all screaming. That's the killer. That's him. Spencer. Hey. Hey. How much sugar do you want? 3. 3? I got Coke in the fridge if you want that instead. No, thanks. I need the caffeine. I'm in way over my head. Nelson Fisher. He made it abundantly clear that he knows everything. Whoever he is, though, he's right. This isn't about me. God, it never was about me. I'm only a part of it because Kurt asked me to be. I want out. I want Kurt out, too. The syrupy aroma of supermarket coffee outcompetes the stench of cigarette smoke that used to pervade the room. The mug's damp in my hand, and the thermostat's way up. Kurt had presumably decided to boil off his flu. Still, I can't remember the last time anyone made me anything. Guess this is his way of thanking me for bringing him my notes. Thank you. What do I even do with this? Bring it up in casual conversation? Hey Kurt, good news. I've just confirmed that David really did get murdered. This old, important-looking guy told me right before threatening he'd kill me if I keep helping you out. He didn't use those exact words, but I think he would, since I have a pretty good hunch that it was him that killed your friend. Fuck. I should warn Kurt that Fisher's coming for him, at least. So, how come you get to have a whole-ass kitchen? You live alone here? No roommates? Kurt places his own mug on the coffee table before settling down onto the couch. Yep, it's just me. It's pretty nice. I never thought you'd be the type into feng shui. Don't look too much into it. It came furnished like this. He says that, but there sure isn't a speck of dust on his monitor or this desk. There are headphones stacked on top of the computer case. Their cable is bundled in a neat little loop. My parents help out with paying for this place. Oh, that's cool of them. Yeah, I only pay half the rent. You want to keep scanning? I take my notebook out of the flatbed scanner, flip a page, and put it back. What about you? You still tolerating the dorms? They aren't that bad. I have my very own shower and everything. Really? How many times did the water go out? Just a couple of times so far. You don't mind the noise? It's not that bad most days. I heard there was a bedbug infestation in one of the buildings. That didn't affect you at all? Listen, not all of us can be Mr. Moneybags over here with his nice living room and warm showers. I'm just saying, it's not that much more expensive. Your parents don't help you out at all? My mom does, yeah. Just your mom? My dad's dead. It's fine, by the way. He died when I was a kid. Coffee's still too hot. Turn a page, click the button, hit save. Turn a page, click the button, hit save. I feel like I've sat on this exact chair and stared at this exact monitor for weeks. Sorry. About what? Oh, right. Well, don't be. He was kind of a piece of shit. Damn it, that one slipped out. My bad. I didn't mean to kill the mood. I saw someone who reminded me of him the other day is all. He didn't hurt you or anything, did he? No, it's nothing like that. I kind of hate telling this story because whenever I tell people about him, they end up thinking he's God's gift to Earth, but the short of it is that he tried donating a kidney to a complete stranger and died as they were pulling it out. And all my grandparents died either before I was born or when I was too young to remember them. So my mom and I were left completely alone. He was always pulling shit like this. Serves him right. Damn. How old were you? I was 10. There, all done. Huh. Who's this? Kurt straightens up to look at what I'm pointing at. That's me and Isaac. It's from a road trip we took to Chicago right after graduating from high school. We went to check out their new Big Bean. It was nice. It's a nice photo. What? Huh? Oh, no, he was my boyfriend at the time. Right, I can see that. Good on you, you know? Finally, some good fucking news. So, you aren't together anymore? Nah. Fuck yes. Actually, I have a good one for you. Want to hear my sob story now? Sure. Isaac cheated on me. Oh. Yeah. With my twin sister. Oh. Yeah. Thought you'd be into it. She got him to follow her into her room while we were all hammered out of our minds. There isn't much more to it. Isaac and I are cool now. Though, I don't talk to my sister anymore. Oh, Yeah, nah, don't apologize. She's kind of a piece of shit. How about you? You with someone? Every conversation I have these days is a fucking minefield. No. It's been a while for me. Didn't have a partner since high school either, yeah. Partner? You had many of them? 2 or 3. 2 or 3? 2. Why did I say that? Spencer. It's okay if you're a virgin. You got 3 years of college to get that fixed. I'm not a virgin, Kurt. Really? I had 2 partners in high school. 2 girls. Huh. Oh, come on. What kind of loser do you think I am? A lying one. I know you're gay. Good on you. Do you listen to yourself? God. Damn it. Or bisexual, I guess. How do you know I'm gay? Are you serious? Just tell me. You actually don't know. Everyone knows but me, apparently. I had my suspicions before, but... Whew. He looks like I'd just given him a winning lottery ticket. During the run last week? I mean... Besides how you went into shock when you saw my dick? Oh God. Well, whenever we stopped, let's say it was hard to miss if you stood far enough away. Kill me now. Fucker bursts out laughing and immediately launches into a coughing fit. Good. I'm glad he's having fun. Jesus fucking Christ. This must be what Andrew was on about. Okay, yeah, sure, fine. I'll apologize to fucking Ian. God. Jose Ramos. We broke up on the 4th of July, 2003 at 7:45 p.m. Kurt had poured himself a glass of water. Huh? And Alex Sullivan. He broke up with me on August 2nd, 2004 at 10:11 a.m. They were my high school partners. Happy? Who was the third young lady? Oh, fuck off. Kurt chokes on his water. Why are you like this, Spencer? Would have been perfectly fine if you just told him outright. Weren't you ever unable to tell if you and someone else were a thing? I wasn't, but I guess I'm dead set to keep on digging my own grave. Kurt's giggling, choking, stops abruptly. I guess. David? Sorry if that was out of line. I couldn't tell if David was interested. Knew him for only a couple of weeks. What was he like? Kurt sighs. The sound of a pack of cigarettes opening and closing comes out muffled under his blanket. He was alright. It was him that did all the research on the bomb shelter. To be honest, I just kind of sat next to him and watched. It was nice to see someone get so excited about something I was into, you know? Right. What was he like? I don't know. Smart, funny kind of guy. Knew when to keep his damn mouth shut. Nothing like me then. Nothing like you. Though you and him do have one thing in common. What is it? Neither of you would ever tell me shit. Ian is the world's greatest driver. We're cruising 30 in a 35 mile per hour zone, tight against the right side of the road. His gaze is calm. It lets go of the road only to check on the rearview mirrors, each in its respective turn. Left hand solid on the wheel, right hand loose on the gear stick. I didn't realize manual cars still existed this side of the millennium, but the ride is so clean that had I not been sitting right next to Ian, I wouldn't have even been able to tell he's changing gears. Pissed me off. Any other worse driver would have gotten us there 10 minutes ago. So, you ever go bowling before? Yeah, a couple of times. Were you any good? I think so. Out of me and the couple of friends I went with, I usually did the best. So I better watch out, is what you're saying. I think I was 14 at the time. But yes, maybe you should. What about... I yawned through my nose. How about you? Are you a secret bowling champion? This is my first time, actually. But I might be. You never know. It could be. It's been like this. Ever since Ian returned from his sick days, nothing but limp, non-starter half conversations. We just can't get a groove going. I keep thinking back to what Andrew said. It's gonna be weird if you don't address it. Would it though? Kurt certainly didn't seem to give a shit about how many boners I pop in public. I don't think anything's different between me and Ian either. I mean, he invited me to come hang out with him. That means we're cool, doesn't it? Fucking Andrew. I keep catching myself holding my breath, and I doubt that it's only because Ian had overdone it with the fake new car smell. I bet it's all in my head. Would have been just fine if it weren't for Andrew bossing me around. Doesn't that obstruct your field of vision? Huh? Oh, the charms. Yeah, a little bit. It was fine until the Dreamcatcher. My mom got it for me when the semester started. You like them? It's my collection. You sure have a bunch of them. Let's see. Got a shamrock, a horseshoe, a bunch of crucifixes. You aren't religious, are you? My family's Catholic, technically, but I hadn't seen the inside of a church since, it's been a while. Alright, then what about... I squint at the swinging amalgam. The medal with St. Paul on it. It's a St. Christopher medal. He was the patron saint of travel. Classic car decoration. Creepy eyeball things. They're Nazars, evil eyes. You see them a lot in the Middle East. Why would you hang that in your car? It's considered good luck. Basically, the belief is that everyone on Earth is constantly thinking bad thoughts about one another. Like, jealousy and stuff. And when you think bad stuff about someone, that attracts the evil eyes to gaze at them, which brings them bad luck. The Nazar is there to neutralize it. It's like an eye for an eye thing, get it? Well, lots of really interesting traditions surrounding those. Sounds a bit misanthropic. Are you constantly thinking bad thoughts about me? Only sometimes, Spence. These are all good luck charms? Huh. They are. Well, sort of. The Dreamcatcher isn't. And do you believe all that stuff? Nah, not really. They're all trinkets they sell to tourists. Wouldn't complain if any of those sent some positive energy my way, though. Right. So, were you always into the occult, or... Good luck charms aren't the occult, Spencer. Are ghosts? A few years now. I know it sounds like schlock, but this area gets a lot of paranormal activity. Incident rates shot through the roof just last year. Jesus. It's worse than I thought. And I'm part of these incidents, aren't I? I saw your dead body. I don't know how I could make that any more clear. Best not make me angry, Ian. If I'm really a ghost, I'll take vengeance by whooping your ass in bowling. I'll keep that in mind. We ride in silence for a minute. A row of student motorcycle drivers wearing matching orange jackets overtakes us. That was a nice stretch of conversation. I feel my shoulders relaxing already. Nothing weird's going on between us. Just a couple of dudes talking about the undead. Sorry for being a jerk about it. Yeah? Don't worry about it. You're nothing compared to what my family thinks of my little hobby. I'd imagine. So, you just woke up one day and decided to become a ghost hunter? Sort of. I went online and started reading. It's all on forums these days, you know? Only the most reliable source. Oh, you wouldn't believe the amount of garbage people put out there. Any 13-year-old with a computer and a set of fingers wants to write the internet's next great ghost story. Some of them are really cool, actually, but they are what they are, you know? Stories. After a while, you learn to tell them apart from, like, real accounts. Sounds, time-consuming. I had a lot of free time during high school. Right. That's what I thought. That's another thing that's been gnawing at the back of my mind. And there won't ever be a better opportunity to bring it up. Better handle it delicately. That's not really delicate, I don't think. Is that when you had your accident? Oh, for fuck's sake. Andrew, you dickbag. Sorry. Andrew told me about it. He said you wouldn't mind if I knew. We were talking about your tail? I'll shut up if you don't want to talk about it. I don't care. It's just that... His speech slows to a soft monotone. You kind of sprung that up on me there. How much did Andrew tell you about it? Just that you were hospitalized and are still recovering. Please don't tell me you're gonna die in a year or some shit. Just like Andrew to leave that part to me, I suppose. You want to hear how it went down? Damn, I really did walk into my own carefully laid trap there. No more questions. Never again. I just want to roll some balls down a lane, have a good time. Hit me. His grip tightens around the steering wheel as he takes air in. It happened after I got my learner's permit. My brother, Lucas, was watching over my driving from the passenger seat. I don't remember this, but I'm told I rolled us into a ditch somehow. All in broad daylight. Anyway, I woke up a couple of days later unable to stand up. Apparently it's a fucking miracle that today I'm able to walk at all. Lucas didn't survive. Yeah, bowling. Hey, woohoo. On that bombshell, I think I'm gonna end this episode. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.